Hey YouTube, how's it going today? I'm really excited to be here for my next live stream. Hope everyone is having or had a really good day today. We didn't do too much, but I watched some episodes of a show on Amazon Prime called The Power. It's really good, and I started to watch it with my husband, and then he didn't really like it, and then I just finished watching it on my own. So, did anyone else watch The Power? And if you did you enjoy it? Did you like it too? Tell me what you thought about it. And today's was a holiday in Canada, and so I didn't have to go to work. I didn't have to do anything. So it was really great. I slept in later than usual, and I really like that. I really like it when I don't have to work, obviously. And so, how was your day? Tell me all about it. Oh, we have friends already. How fun. Hi, Kirsten. I've heard a lot about Tony Robbins. I'm so interested to see more. Oh, that's awesome. Pause. I need to make my StreamYard section bigger because I can't read this. Oh, no, that's too small. That's too big. Okay, that's good. I'm glad you're here, Kirsten. Thank you for being here. Hi, Gary. Amanda's here. Hi, Amanda. Hi, Monica. Thank you for being here. Ove is here. Hi, Ove. I'm excited to see you here. Jenny. Hi, Jenny. Hi, Kirsten. So many friends are here. I love this. Hey, Lift Panic. Thank you for being here. Yay, real time freedom, right? It's a holiday. I didn't have to work, but I got paid for it. Right? We have Memorial Weekend coming up. Oh, cool. When is that again? Is that next weekend? Hey, Lisa. Thank you for being here. Vibing after work, just relaxing. It's weird. Is it weird that you're relaxing? Is that what you mean? I hope you're enjoying your relaxing and that you're having a nice time. So I'm really excited. There's all these people here already. This is so fun. Thank you for being here. And if you've been around my channel for a while, you would have remembered a stream I did back in February about Tony Robbins, and we looked at some of his website, and we watched a 3.5 minute video, and I let it play for like a minute and a half without adding any commentary, and then that got the whole video blocked, unfortunately. And I was like, you know what? It's time to try again. Tony Robbins bot could still block my video, but if I'm not going to do any reactions, we're just going to look at a website. I'm not going to do any reactions, and hopefully the bot does not block this video. But if it does block this video, then I know I could actually fight it this time, because the other time I was like, okay, fair. I did let it play for half of the length of the copyrighted content, which was the video. So I don't think I had a right to fight that one. But yes, I'm really excited. So for those who don't know Tony Robbins, he is probably the most well-known famous self-help guru person, and he is everywhere. He has helped some of the highest profile celebrities in the self-development area. And I'm just looking at one portion of his coaching program, not website, sorry. And it's just called his Inner Circle. I thought it was funny because we've seen a lot of the coaches here, a lot of MLM coaches, they all have inner circles, and I wanted to look at Tony. So we're not going to do any reactions so I don't get my video blocked, but we're going to just look at his website and talk about his coaching. I hope you guys enjoy it. Yes, this coming weekend. Oh, yay, have fun. Have fun. Yeah, I feel like I should be doing something productive while listening. Oh, you don't have to do anything productive if you don't want to. If you feel like doing something productive, you can. But if this is your way of like unwinding, just like listening to YouTube videos, just lay on the couch if that's what you need, right? Oh, oh, yikes, Tony Robbins. Yep. Let's hope this video does not get blocked, but if it does, we know why. He's such a misogynist. I don't like him. Same. Natasha! Hey, hello, Heather, and the chat. I will be lurking in the bushes. Yes, enjoy. Inner circle usually equals expensive. It sure does, Lisa. It sure does. So I'm ready to get going. I'm really excited to do this. I hope you guys like the video. Thank you so much for being here. 11 people with me. How fun. Okay. You see that? Am I kind of centered? I don't know how to center myself. I always look back and watch the videos of me after, and I'm like, wow, I am not centered in the screen at all. Okay, so yeah, it's at 175%. So this is not how the website actually looks. So you can see at the top here, Tony Robbins Inner Circle, who's it for, what's included, and FAQ. So we're just going to go through this whole website. To create unimaginable levels of momentum in every area of your life, using the unfair advantage of the 1% peak performance coach in the world. You'll see here that this Inner Circle coaching program literally includes every aspect of one's life. And I just wonder how one person can claim to be the expert in so many areas where there are actually licensed and certified professionals who devote their entire lives to studying these areas and helping people in that area. We're not watching this, so I don't get my ass blocked. Anything coaching is expensive, correct? This already seems so culty. Yes. Yes, it's very culty. If I don't know if anyone here would have watched that Tony Robbins video I did in February, maybe Live Panic and Gary, if they're still here. That video was extremely culty, extremely. Does he coach other coaches how to coach? No, not this one. Okay, so it's featured on all these amazing publications, so it like lends his credibility. I do think that Tony Robbins generally has a lot of credibility because his face is so well known, right? Everyone knows his face, for better or for worse. For over 30 years, Tony's unique method is one of the best kept secrets of the world's most influential people. So here's some celebrities. I don't know who that guy is. Some famous friends. That's Conor McGregor, right? I watched some fights with my husband and his friend, and I think we saw Conor McGregor. I don't know if that's Conor McGregor, though. Leo, of course, Leo. Princess Diana. What's his face? Clinton, Bill Clinton, right? Yeah, so like legitimacy in the eyes of celebrities too, because so many celebrities access his programming. I thought he was a legit because he's so mainstream. Yes, he's very, very mainstream. And then we're celebrities too, right? Mm-mm. You don't need to be an A-list celebrity, but like I just showed you a bunch of rich-ass celebrities, right? You don't need to be an A-list celebrity to apply this method and experience similar, if not better, outcomes in your life. If millions, in fact, most of the millions of lives he's impacted were driven individuals like you. I might need to switch my screens. Because I can't read this. Pause. I'm putting my face on the bigger screen and then this on the smaller screen. I think my husband's laptop is like the coloring on his what am I trying to say? Monitor. The coloring on the monitor kind of hurts my eyes and I can't really read it as well, so we switched. So it might look like a slightly different setup. He made an appearance with Matthew McConaughey. Yes, you are correct. Yes, I knew what you meant. I love how it says you after a list of celebrities. He was promoting that live coaching crap. It was so culty. Yes, it was. That was crazy. Sorry, I just switched my thing and I forgot to put my thing back on. Okay, that's better. Yeah. Yeah, so if you don't know, Matthew McConaughey was partnering with a bunch of other celebrities like Tony Robbins, and he was hosting some kind of like self-development guru bullshit. Okay. Familiarity doesn't equate to credibility. I wouldn't say Tony Robbins is credible. He is the most common of things, a media star. But I think it lends credibility if you're looking for like some self-improvement in your life and then you see someone has worked with like the most famous celebrities. I think you like, one could argue that that could make someone seem more credible in the eyes of just like your average person with like an average level of education, maybe not that much life experience. They might look at that and be like, wow, I need to work with Tony because he's worked with freaking Bill Clinton, right? But I get what you mean, totally. Okay. Most of the millions of lives I've impacted were driven individuals like you, just everyday people looking to finally tap into their full potential. When Tony first started transforming people's lives, he would do it over a single 15-minute phone call. In a single call, he'd reverse fears, limiting beliefs, and even phobias for anyone who's called in. I don't like that kind of assertion that, like, I can help you address phobias with 15 minutes because people seek counseling for phobias. A lot of us have. It takes a lot of hard work with the help of like a mental health professional to overcome phobias. And I don't like that kind of claim where it's like, I can help you reverse phobias in 15 minutes on the phone. I don't think that's I don't think that's true. And it also like it requires follow-up with your mental health professional to make sure you have the adequate coping mechanisms in place to actually have overcome that phobia. And so that's not something you can claim to happen in 15 minutes. And he did it live on national TV. By the time each call was over, people completely changed the way they thought about themselves. And like an instant switch, they started taking massive action. In a few short months, some doubled and even tripled their income. Some lost weight they wanted to lose for years. Some saved their relationships and marriages. Some finally found their true purpose. And some found themselves overwhelmed with love and happiness in their lives that they thought was gone forever. Especially with the bongos. Yes, he had bongos. That was pretty funny. I liked that. Doo-doo-doo. They seem like they were on a trip. Is he a hypnotist? From what I understand, no, but if you watch videos from bigger channels of him, you would see things like he would do kind of like therapy sessions in live events, and people would stand up and like tell them like really deep, serious issues in front of like 10,000 people, and then he would give them like really like surface level, often misogynistic advice, like, "Oh, you're experiencing a severe mental health struggle. You just need to get over it. You need to be a stronger man. You're just weak. That's why you're experiencing this." So not a hypnotist, but I think he kind of like he pretends that he is an expert in everything. Massive action, red flag. Yes. I'm serious. I know people go to them for this. Oh, you mean like hypnotists? People go to hypnotists for stuff like this. Yes. You're right, completely. Yeah, or to like get over like to get past smoking cigarettes, right? Yeah. Oops. Just because a random guy says something that sounds inspiring does not mean much to me. Yes. Hysteria. What do you mean? Where's the hysteria? Do you mean like his events were kind of like hysteria? Like, what do you mean? I don't understand. Sorry, Kirsten. Many were convinced that Tony's calls were magic, but that wasn't the case at all. The truth was, Tony developed a proven method to create lasting change. One that imprinted powerful, success driven changes in the psychology of the everyday person and allowed them to create quick momentum in every area of their lives. What are you imprinting on me? What? Are you changing the way my brain functions, the way I react to things, the way I take in data and the world around me? I feel uncomfortable with that, sir. I feel like that's weird. Why are you imprinting me? Now, Tony wants you to use this method in your life too. So you can create momentum rapidly and close the gap between where you are now and where you want to be. None of this means anything. He's actually going to tell us some specifics about the inner circle, but right now none of this means anything. Just like Monica said, these are supposed to be international speakers, but they just say random word salad. Yes. We are going to learn a little bit more about the specifics about what's offered, but from what I remember, he does not tell us the actual method that can change our entire life because we have to pay for it. We have to pay for his support and his coaching, and then we will receive the method. We're talking about a momentum building method that lets you learn more productive and lucrative skills in less time, improve and excel in any area of your life faster and easier, elevate to the next level of life, and finally get ahead of the curve. Is that it? Okay. All for a price so affordable anyone can access it and transform their lives. No, no one, not everyone can access this. It's a significantly less than you would think it is based on the prices of other business or life coaches that we've seen on my channel, but it's still too expensive for your average person. Like doctors often brush off real issues, especially women presenting people, and literally treat it like the Victorian ideals that women just have hysteria or hysterics instead of believing them. Yes. Yes, so just assume that like a a man's mental health issues is just because he's being weak. You're just weak. You don't actually have like a valid concern, and your issue is so surface level that I can just fix your extreme anxiety in a 15-minute or a 5-minute discussion in public in front of 10,000 other people. All of them say inner circle. Why is that? Oh my God, that's a brilliant question. Do you think it could be about like creating a fake sense of like of exclusivity? Like only certain number of people can be in my inner circle. It is exclusive only for the best of the best. What do you guys think? That's a good question. There's Tony. It's your decisions, not your conditions, that determine your destiny. Sure. Let me unzoom so we can see that whole quote properly. Sure, to some extent you could argue that, but a lot of things are outside of our control, like the chemical makeup of our brain, like chronic health issues. A lot of things we cannot control. It doesn't matter what we decide. If we have anxiety, we have anxiety. I don't like the thought that we can just think our way out of mental health struggles. We can just think of our way out of financial hardship or challenges with our marriage or our relationships. There are things that require work with a mental health professional that require you to dig deep and to really understand the root of your challenges. And I don't appreciate making it seem like this is like the answer to all of your issues, to all of your challenges. You need Tony. And then I think Monica said something like this in the last video, like these kinds of programs want you to stay in for life, right? So it's not like you go into Tony's program seeking to improve your marriage and then you improve your marriage with the help of Tony and then you move on. No, since there are so many offerings in this program, then like, oh, your marriage is better, but how are your finances? How is your self-care? How is your exercise routine? How is your health? And so on and so on. Like, there's always something else he can offer you, and there's always another way he can improve your life. I've heard many coaches say inner circle. I was curious about that. That's a great, great point. I never thought of it. See a professional, not this unqualified person. Yes. Systemic oppression, you can want desperately to get out, to get a job or housing, but that won't make it happen always. Correct. Brilliant point. Yeah. Our friends in Amway say that a lot. Like we've heard Dexter Yeager say, if you're poor, it's your fault. Like you're letting this economic system ruin you. I'm going to get out of my economic situation through hard work and dedication. And like, it's your fault. It's your fault that you're failing in Amway, and it's your fault that you're poor. And we hear Ray Higdon echoing statements like that as well. You just have to have a positive mindset. And so if someone's been living in low income for their entire life, they could have the best positive mindset ever, but if they can't find a well-paying job where they can set aside money every month, they're not going to be able to get an apartment. Doesn't matter how good of an attitude you have. It also implies you're getting closer to him than others get. Great point. Yes. I love that point. It's the ultimate toxic positivity. It's infinite. There is no end. And we will see the variety of programming that he offers. It's crazy. Okay, how did Tony become the number one peak performance coach and life strategist on the planet? Zoom. Okay. Because he created and used the same method you're about to learn today on himself. Before he became a best-selling author and catalyst for over 50 million life transformations around the world, his past life was totally different. How are you tracking this? How are you tracking this? What are your like what are your metrics? Like, how are you measuring whether a life was transformed and whether it was in a positive or a negative manner? Back when he was 19, his life was filled with lack and struggle. It seemed like nothing was going well, and it left him constantly upset and frustrated. All he wanted to do was help people, even though he could barely help himself. Because if there was one thing he did know, it was this: the secret to living was giving. He was willing to do whatever it took to help others, so he conditioned his mind to always give as much value as possible to others. To give you an idea of how dedicated he was, Tony would read at least one book a day consistently for years, just so he could always have the answers for those who came to him for advice. Oh my God, this is never ending. Even though he didn't realize it at the time, he was tapping into a natural force that would inevitably catapult me to international success. He was building momentum. Okay, I'm going to be picky, even though I make spelling mistakes in my titles all the time. So you're saying he didn't even realize, and you should say that would inevitably catapult him, but then you say me. You shouldn't be changing your tenses here. You shouldn't be doing that. Like, that doesn't make any sense. You know? It should be catapult him to international success. So we're not in an MLM website right now, but there is the like rags to riches story here. Like he was 19, he didn't have any money, he struggled so much, but he was just so charitable. He just wanted to help everybody, and so he read a book a day, and so he could like help people who went for his, like requested his help and his advice. And he was building momentum for his world changing, what is it? What did he call it? Formula. Yes. If you don't make it in life or in your business, it's your fault because you don't have the right mindset. It's always your fault. And Rich DeVos would say, it's your fault because you're not doing what the Amway Corporation tells you to do. And if you were, you would be finding success. Then Bill Britt says, be diamond in 2 years, but it took me like 6 years to get to diamond in the 70s. Like, how does that work? How does that work? This is the toxicity they spew. Yes, gaslighting constantly. Tony has creeped me out since long before I ever understood MLM principles and practices. Yes, same here. He is so humble. I remember a video of him making a woman cry because he was yelling at her and saying whatever was happening to her was her fault. We're not in an MLM context now, but it's like the ultimate victim blaming. Like, your spouse is cheating on you, this horrible thing happened to you. Like, you must have attracted it in some way. And I've seen videos like that too on like really big channels. I think Savvy Writes Book did a video on Tony a long time ago. And like that kind of content was in there. Awful. Yeah. It was a long time ago, but I remember it. It was awful. Yes. I don't remember like the exact like video it was on, but I have memories of him screaming at people who probably spent like $10,000 or something to go to his conference and traveled, and like they're missing out on time with their families and their children, and then he's just screaming at them in the guise of like, I want to help you. And someone who wants to help you isn't going to be verbally abusive towards you in front of thousands of people. There are ways to hold your loved ones accountable and to call them out on their crap without being verbally abusive. You can provide constructive criticism and feedback without making the person feel like trash. You know the video I'm talking about? That was it, right? I don't know exactly which video. It might have been Savvy Writes Books. I feel like she's done lots of videos on him, but I do have memories of him screaming at people and making them feel bad. Okay. Are we ready to keep going? I'm talking a lot. Huh. All of my videos recently have been me just talking, and it's tiring. Before long, he was known by the world as the one-stop coach, helping people reverse mental blocks, fears, and even phobias in 15 minutes or less. I don't like the idea of like a quick, easy solution to our mental health problems. It makes it seem like people might not need to put in work. And if someone is really desperate and scared to fix their problems or to address their problems, I could understand why the one stop coach would really like lure them into his coaching business. Again, he didn't develop any new techniques or strategies. He simply used one formula that allowed him to build the momentum he needed to keep finding the world's best solutions, solutions that brought rapid, everlasting change to people's lives. He calls it momentum mastery. The hardest part of mastering anything is usually taking the first step. The momentum mastery changes that completely. This formula makes a quick shift in your psychology to make consistency and follow through almost automatic. Monica, like you said, Julie Anderson has said, like, there's nothing wrong with our mindset. We don't need to change our psychology. If we do need to address a deep seated mental health issue, we should be seeking help from a professional. We don't need Tony Robbins to completely transform every aspect of our life. Just because we may or may not be struggling in one area of our life doesn't mean we're deficient in every other area, and doesn't mean that we need Tony Robbins to imprint something on us, to imprint his formula on us, and to change our psychology. I don't like the way he talks to women. Same. It's gross. He reminds me of the old generation who had a better economy to get a house or go to university with normal jobs, not understanding the younger generation just not succeeding. Yes, completely. And younger people who can't find a job, it's not because they're lazy and they don't want success. It's because it's really hard to get your foot in the door as a young adult just out of school. And like you need your first job to get your first job. It's a really hard situation to be in. In the long run, the amount of money you spend on Tony would have paid a professional. Yep, that's a great point. Thank you, Monica. Okay, think of momentum mastering like doubling a penny. You can't buy much with just 1 cent, but if you consistently doubled that penny every day for 30 days, that penny turns into 5.3 million. How does the penny turn into 5.3 million, sir? So think about it. If momentum could do that to a penny, imagine how it could transform your entire life. And with this formula, you can spark momentum in almost an instant. No, you can't. And use it to achieve the nearly impossible. No. But remember, Tony dedicated his life to always give as much value to others as possible. That's why Tony wants to give you access to all of his signature momentum mastery tools. You can't use this useless, stupid formula to achieve the nearly impossible. Sometimes people's like a lot of people can address their challenges just by therapy alone, which is wonderful. Other people will need a combination of therapy and medication, and that's equally as wonderful. If we're trying to improve our mental health and improve our lives, then it's great. And I don't like that. You just need to like, what if you have like a chemical imbalance in your brain that causes anxiety and depression, and then you are seeing here like, oh, like since momentum can do this to a penny, you can use momentum to achieve the impossible. And then you think, oh, well, I can fix my chemical imbalance in my brain just by seeking help from Tony. I'm annoyed. You manifest that penny becoming $1 million, and voila, there you go. Yes, I agree, Lisa. I don't like how he talks to anyone. Tony wants to give you, okay. By packaging them all into one place so you stay engaged with Tony's all year round long and quickly close the gap to all the most important aspects of your life. So here's some pictures. The Inner Circle. Inner Circle was created by Tony specifically to keep you engaged, focused, and help you master momentum. In here, you'll find an incredible arsenal of all the best tools, all the best and tools, all the best and tools, all the best and tools. Tony, hire me. I'll be a writer, reader, whatever, even though sometimes I make mistakes too. But if I was a famous person with a professional website, I would make sure that I don't put in random words. All the best tools, methods, and strategies that bring life-changing outcomes. And in the Inner Circle, you have access to all of it. I don't want to read this. I'm not reading this. He's driving me nuts. Okay. Yeah, and there's a big issue with manifestation, right? Like, what if he's telling you, like, manifest that your anxiety goes away? Sure, I think in some cases you can try to do like positive self-talk to help yourself get through like really stressful situations. However, when you have like mental health struggle that you need to seek like mental health professional help for, you can't just manifest it away. You can manifest being calmer in a situation, but you can't manifest away your anxiety. You can manifest doing well. You can try to manifest doing well in a job interview by like giving like saying words of affirmation, preparing really well before your interview, getting a good night's sleep, having a good breakfast. You can try to manifest doing well in an interview, but like, what was my point with that? I don't remember what my point was. Like, you can't just manifest changes in your entire life because some things are outside of our control. We can manifest certain things, but okay, we can manifest doing well in an interview, maybe, but we can't necessarily manifest how the hiring manager perceives us, how they look at our qualifications, and we can't manifest how we're going to compare next to the other candidates for that job. And so we can't manifest getting a job because that's out of our control. We can only control how we do in the interview. I'm all over the place, sorry. Hi, Heather, seeing everyone in chat. Hey, Christina. Hello. Hey, Ove. Nice to see ya. I don't know if you were here already, Ove. I can't remember. Let me look. Yes, Ove has been here already. Maybe you were just saying hi to Christina. Sorry. I would call that giving yourself a pep talk to build encouragement. Yes. I'm going to unzoom this because it looks really weird. Okay. The Inner Circle is perfect for those who want to pursue long-time dreams. You no longer have to be alone. The Inner Circle will put you on the fast track to make your biggest dreams a reality. Conquer inner critics. Never let limiting beliefs like fear, self-doubt, or insecurity stop you from massive success ever again. That's false because you can't say that there's never going to be a situation in your life where your first reaction is fear or insecurity or anxiety because you can't control what's happening around you. There could be a trigger pop up out of nowhere that before you have the chance to like do some like self-talk, you could just react. You can't control that. And so I don't appreciate that he's like promising that you'll never have unwanted emotions. And emotions are a good thing. Like we should be able to feel our emotions, talk them out, and then move past them. But we can't go through that natural, healthy process unless we feel the emotions. Tap into raw, latent energy and potential. There's unlimited potential in every single one of us. And in the Inner Circle, we're going to find out just how powerful your inner giant really is. Accelerate your career or business. Unleash bulletproof momentum to conquer your financial goals so you can be free from debt or bills at last. So he's a financial coach as well. He is a financial coach, a life coach. This part, the conquer your inner critics, that's also like mental health related. So he's also a therapist. Reignite passion in your marriage and relationship. Elevate the quality of your establishment. Of your establishment? What? Did I miss something here, friends? Can you see this part? Reignite. Let's zoom in on it. Am I correct that he is not reignite passion in your marriage and relationship? Elevate the quality of your establishment with your best accommodations, customer experience, and more? I feel like he's describing something else. Like, that's not about your relationship. That's more like if you have a brick and mortar business. Do you think I'm wrong? I don't understand. I don't understand. I hate when they said limiting beliefs. That grinds my gears. What does that even mean, limiting beliefs? That's a great question. Let's Google it. Let's Google it. Limiting beliefs. A limiting belief is a thought or state of mind that you think is the absolute truth and stops you from doing certain things. These beliefs don't always have to be about yourself either. They could be about how the world works, ideas, and how you interact with people. So I think in the MLM context, like limiting belief is a way to delegitimize your true concerns and potential criticisms over the MLM model, because you're saying like no one's talking to me, no one's messaging me back. Oh, that's just a limiting belief. I think in the MLM context is used, yeah, like delegitimize your concerns and make you think that like your experiences is just you being negative. I have to suggest Tony to Danielle. She really has to do a video on him. Yes, I would love that. Okay, I was once told by a friend who is stupid rich, never pay for anything, coaching or otherwise, that you will not walk away with at least 10 times the value, and Tony Robbins events are scams. Yes, I agree with you, Christina. That makes sense. Thanks, Heather. Yeah, like the idea of limiting beliefs makes sense. Like maybe in daily life, a limiting belief could be like, I suck in social situations. I'm not a good communicator, right? Because then if you think that constantly, maybe that could become a reality. I feel like it makes sense in day-to-day life, but in the MLM context, I think it has, as DC would say, like a twistier notion to it, you know? Yes. Yeah. It is like anxiety. Anxiety tells you lies that you'll never do well. Everyone hates me. Everything will go wrong. Yes. Yes. Like yeah, that's in my opinion that's like limiting beliefs in day-to-day life for someone who may struggle with anxiety. Limiting belief in MLM land is like you just have the limiting belief that you'll never have someone join you. And because of that belief, that's why no one is joining you, you know? Thank you, Kirsten. Okay, where are we? Maximize physical, emotional, and mental health and wellness. Access never before seen strategies to fully maximize your mind, body, and soul. Discover your true life purpose. Find your next purpose so you can use momentum to leave your undeniable impact on this world. Develop unshakable confidence and conviction. Develop the inner confidence you need to dominate any goal in your life. Yeah, like Monica, like your point about these programs being infinite, like you're never going to be done. Like, how can you quantifiably say, I am done tapping into my raw, latent energy and potential? How can you say you're ever truly done pursuing your long-time dreams because they're long-term dreams? How can you say you're ever done discovering your true life purpose, right? And so I can imagine people just being in this program year after year and never leaving. Drink break. Why am I getting annoyed? In the real world, you can work to improve some things, but not in the MLM context. Yes, and a lot of the things that people in MLM say is realistic and reasonable for the real world. Like our Amway friends telling us that, like, we just have to practice. Repetition will help us be better at our business. Sure. In a normal sales environment, continuing to practice your sales page may help you get more sales. But in the Amway context, it doesn't matter if you're a great salesperson. If everyone knows Amway is a scam, no one is going to purchase a product from you or join your business. The inner circle helps you master momentum and gives you the most unfair advantage in life. Did we already read this? Is it literally just the same thing as up here? No, I don't think it's the exact same thing. Experience let's try that again, friends. Experience explosive growth in your finances and business. Are you a financial advisor, sir? In Canada, there are actual qualifications to be a financial advisor. Why are you advising people on their finances if you don't have the qualifications to do so? Enhance your physical health and performance. Get into the best shape of your life as you use momentum to build strength, lose muscle, and increase your overall physical health and performance. Again, sir, are you a fitness professional? I have so many cords under my desk. I'm like tangled up in them. I gotta be careful. How can you be the expert in everything? He's literally the expert in everything. I don't understand. Transform your productivity. Another wire. Oh my God. I'm tangled up in wires. Transform your productivity, concentration, and focus. Use momentum mastery to turn yourself into a high performer and master of discipline, time management, and more. You know what? I don't want anything he is selling. I just want to work, pay my bills, live, be happy. I am looking forward to my retirement. I don't want to do anything he is saying. Same. I don't care or give 3 Fs about what he thinks you should be doing. And everyone's vision for their life is different. Everyone wants different things, and that's wonderful. We're all unique and diverse people. And just because we don't want what Tony's offering doesn't mean that our vision for our life isn't valuable, doesn't mean that we don't care about our mental health and we don't care about achieving our big long-term goals. Yeah, I'm annoyed too. Don't worry. What the world's highest achievers have to say about learning from and working with Tony Robbins. Tony is top, and it's just not about words. There's an action and a structure to what he's saying. He's shaping up to be a life coach of mine, and I'm very happy with that. I don't know if Conor McGregor is a good person to be first on your list of celebrity testimonials. With Tony's help, I've set new standards for myself. I've taken my tennis game and my life to a whole new level. Aren't there I'm going to Google this, sports psychologists who work with the best who work with the best athletes in the world? Because I've seen a lot of things, like when I watch the NHL, they have psychologists and therapists that work with them. So is he also like a sports psychologist as well? Sports psychology helps athletes identify and overcome challenges such as perfectionism or a fear of failure and improve key mental skills such as confidence or concentration. By applying principles and techniques from psychology such as goal setting, visualization, positive self-talk, and emotional regulation, sports psychologists help athletes improve their performance on their field and their well-being overall. So, why wouldn't Serena Williams get an actual sports psychologist who's trained in helping the best athletes in the world to be the best performer they can be? Why would you waste your money on Tony Robbins, who claims to be the expert of everything? I'm annoyed. I'm annoyed too, Monica. Okay. Of course. Exclusive. Unlock exclusive, never seen before content from Tony Robbins inside the Inner Circle. Virtual trainings with Tony Robbins live in your home. Tony will go live for an interactive virtual training 3 times a year to give you the most useful and relevant strategies you need to navigate the challenges and opportunities you will face in today's world. Tony even does one-on-one intervention when he goes live, just like at his biggest events. This is access you can't get anywhere else. Join now to get your invite to his next live training. Why is it only 3 times a year? This is the Inner Circle. You would think they would get more access to him. I feel like that's not as much as I thought it would be. And remember, when we see things like this, we've seen Danielle Ryan in her videos say like the business coaches just make stuff up. They just pick a random value just to make it seem like you're giving them the best deal ever. I'm sure everyone here already watches her because like she's great. But if you like any of the like coaching stuff that I do, Danielle's channel is awesome for business coaching, financial coaching, life coaching. You probably already watch her, but you should go watch her and subscribe if you are not already. Her insights are much more detailed and eloquent and intelligent than mine are, I think. She has a lot of knowledge. I'll just leave her name up for a second. Monthly live trainings from Tony's expert results coaches to master the systems and strategies for success in every area of your life. Tony Robbins result coaches are rigorously trained in all of Tony's tools and strategies to help you achieve your goals in your relationships, health, finances, business, time management, and more. Every month, you'll do a deep dive group training with Tony's top results coaches, and you'll be given actionable steps to make immediate progress. Why do all these people have like coaches underneath them? Like Ray Higdon has his coaches too. Those Amazon twins, they have coaches underneath them. They all have their own coaches. Like the coaches of the coach are coaching other people how to coach, like Danielle Ryan would say, right? I'm suddenly really warm. It's 22 degrees in here. It's not that warm. My bangs are making me hot, so no more bangs. He just covers every single pain point. Yes, like any insecurity you might have with like maybe you feel lack of direction in your life. Maybe you're not as fit as you would like. Maybe you're not as financially stable as you would like. Maybe your relationship isn't as solid as you would like. Maybe you aren't confident. Maybe you're anxious. Maybe you have another mental health struggle. Literally anything that could go not completely perfect in your life, Tony has the answer for you. That's a fantastic point. They're experts on everything. Yeah, and like, how can this person be an expert on everything? Oh my God. Sorry. How can this person be an expert on everything? He's like a marriage counselor, a mental health counselor, a sports psychologist, a financial advisor. I don't understand how one person is an expert in everything. Get your private invite to the exclusive Tony Robbins Inner Circle community. Tony says the quality of your life is a direct reflection of your peer group. Choose wisely. Inside the inner circle, your elite peer group will hold you accountable, provide inspiration and motivation, and be your new secret weapon on your path to success. Why do we need to have a peer group that is elite? Why don't we just have a peer group of people who respect us, who we respect, who treat us with kindness, who want what's best for us? They don't need to be more successful than us. They don't need to be more financially secure than us. They just need to be nice, decent people. Oh, and Jennifer Rajala did this training or something like that. She trained to be a Tony Robbins coach. Interesting. Life experience does not make you an expert in life. It does not mean you can become a life coach based solely on your personal experience. I've seen someone say something like that recently where they're like, just because you have experience in weight loss, you have experience in pregnancy, in whatever, doesn't mean that you should be going to teach other people that skill, you know? Weekly momentum messages sent straight to you. Tony Robbins' Inner Circle is about never letting your momentum and progress falter. We all know what it's like to slip into that low energy state where productivity and power fades, and we're not going to let that happen. Get weekly momentum messages sent directly to your phone to help you stay in state and charged up with the focus and power you need to keep moving toward the next level. So here's one of the examples. It's in your moments of decision that your destiny is shaped. What decision will you make today? He's kind of like making up his own language to help keep you in state. That's not really a sentence, but maybe that means like to help keep you in the state of productivity and efficiency, but I don't like the idea that we always need to be productive. Like in the MLM world, me doing this would be seen as not productive, even though it's a hobby, even though I like talking to my camera about scams and MLMs on the internet. It's a good thing for me. It's good for my mental health, but an MLM will look at that and say, like, this is not an income producing activity for you. It's not pushing your business forward. So why would you focus your time on it? We're allowed to do things that are just good for our brains and our bodies. We don't need to be pushing towards our financial goals all the time. And they all promise the same things. They sure do. Sure, I can be offered advice if asked of okay. Can I offer advice if asked? Of course. I can share my experience, but that doesn't make me a guru expert. Yes, completely. Good point. Oop. It reminds me of the concept of backsliding in religion. What do you mean? Like these messages? Tell us more, Kirsten. For MLMs, Huns and MLM, you are considered a hater. Yes, anyone who's talking about it at all is a hater, even though I've never raised my voice once. I've never said anything rude about anyone once, except one video about Ray Higdon over a year ago. And even then, I was as polite as I could have been. But yeah, anyone who talks badly about the MLM business model is a hater. Plus, you also get instant access to Tony Robbins' Breakthrough Collection, 8 training programs, 100 hours of content, all at your fingertips. Look, made up value, $2,500 value. Access the Tony Robbins Arena app to master every area of your life using a Netflix-style library of Tony's best ever courses. So the Ultimate Edge, it's a self-improvement app. Personal power, learn the core strategies Tony created and mastered as part of his own personal path to success. And this will help you with your confidence as well. Money matters. Whether you own a business or want to, learn the tangible building blocks to creating a successful business. Apparently, all of these apps are a $249 value. No, that's not true. It's probably $20. Time of your life. Gain the strategies Tony uses to manage dozens of businesses, personal relationships, and a busy schedule. Get rid of the endless to-do list and make more time for what matters most. So it's not even people who are extremely vulnerable. It could just be people who are I don't have good time management. I want more time to watch Netflix at the end of the night, but I feel like I procrastinate with things I need to do during the day. That's not necessarily a vulnerability. It's just one area of weakness in your life that you'd like to improve, which I guess is a pain point. But I think an example like this, it's not all just extreme vulnerability. It's just anyone who wants their life to improve at all in some way. What is this? Create lasting change. So leadership strategies for lasting, positive, and meaningful change. Of course, $249 retail value. And then ultimate relationship program. Gain absolute clarity on what you need and want from a relationship and how to get it. Go to a relationship counselor if you're having issues with your relationship, right? Or if you just want to improve it, seek couples counseling. There's nothing wrong with seeking help or the opinion from a professional. Okay. Sorry, the fact that Tony thinks you have to keep momentum constantly or it will fall behind. And oh, yes. Oh, interesting. And that's related to backsliding in religion. Yeah, that's a good point. So I was actually surprised that his membership, $97 monthly, his annual membership, $990 a year. So Tony is a huge celebrity, right? Compare that to Moira Kusaba, where it was $15,000 or $18,000. I do still think $97 a month, too much. It's not worth it. There's no value here for you. There's no way Tony Robbins can actually help you in every area of your life like he claims. It's still too much, but I think it's a more reasonable price than Moira Kusaba. Interesting, though. Interesting. So, what you get with the monthly membership, live coaching from Tony 3 times a year, monthly group coaching workshops, a community of other achievers, 100 hours of Tony's top training programs, weekly momentum messages worth over $3,500. Yours now for only $97 a month. So usually people these gurus, these trainers will way overinflate the value of their programs. Like the Amazon training brothers, they said their training was like $60,000. I think didn't Fraser Brooks say his training was like $50,000 or $70,000? It's interesting that this is like a smaller amount. It's weird. I don't really understand. He had a membership. Holy crap. From where he got that price, I bet he pulled it out of his ass. Yes. And like these momentum messages, they're automated messages. Like they're not actually coming from Tony. And I don't like how he's like inserting himself into every area of your life and making it seem like he can help you achieve all your wildest dreams and that these stupid momentum messages are actually going to make a difference. Hi, Rhiannon. I love that name. That's such a cool name. Thank you for being here. I don't know if I've seen you here before, so welcome. We're talking about Tony Robbins. LOL, live coaching 3 times a year. Why wouldn't it be once a month, right? It should be once a month. Why is it only 3 times a year? I don't understand. Okay, Kleenex break. It's hot. I'm hot. Is it hot where you guys are? Okay, a 30-day money-back guarantee. We want this community to serve you at the highest level. If you're not completely satisfied within the first 30 days of membership, you can cancel your membership on the app and then reach out to our customer service team to request a full refund. No questions asked. I found you from DC's channel. Yay! How awesome. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate that. DC's awesome. And I think DC's going live in 33 minutes. I'll be done here soon, and then you guys can go and support DC and Danielle. At least he provides you with a 30-day money-back guarantee. However, would he also say that you need to give it a chance? You need to like give it a couple months for his methods to actually make a difference in your life. Just like in the MLM world, where they'll say 30-day money-back guarantee, but then in Beachbody, they'll be like, you need to take it for at least 30 days. You need to take it for at least 3 months to actually have any results from it. So I wonder just what kind of language, what kind of narrative is pushed within his membership. Danielle explains the thing about using the number 97. It has something to do with marketing or sometimes might have a religious connotation. There are specific numbers they use to create the pricing. How cool. I did not know that. Extremely hot. I am in Hawaii. I also just finished a cardiac stress test and I'm feeling very meh. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry it's so hot and you did that test. Is that when you're on like a treadmill and you're like hooked up to stuff and you have to walk kind of fast and they measure how like quick your heart goes? If so, if that's what you're talking about, those suck and I'm sorry. And I hope you drink some water and you just relax. And Kirsten says, oof, those are not fun. They are not. They suck. Unless you're like a professional athlete. Yes, they do it on incline. Yes, so it is what I'm thinking of. Yeah, those are lame. It's so not fun. Thank you. And you live in Hawaii. How cool. I've never been to Hawaii before. What Tony Robbins Inner Circle members are saying. So here's Christiane. I've been seeing a tremendous change in my everyday life. I launched my program online, completed 3 lives and a paid workshop. Tony, thank you. To the community, thank you for all the insights, discussion, and information that you have been sharing and contributing to our growth. But girl, you also did that yourself. Like you had to actually show up for the Tony Robbins training. You actually implemented the tools. You actually did it yourself. You actually found value in his training. That's on you. that's not just on him. Like, I feel like the coach has to be a good teacher, but like the coach could be like the most brilliant teacher, but if the client doesn't do what they need to do to find success, then it doesn't matter. So your success is yours, not Tony's. Oh my God, I don't think I want to read this. If it's okay, I'm skipping this part. It's going to be more fluff. It's going to be more fluff, and we've already heard it. Join the inner circle. No, thank you. No, thank you. I don't want to. Okay. Monica says, I like the beaches in Hawaii. Cool. They're the best, but also unfortunately crowded. I actually prefer the beaches on the coast of Oregon. How cool. Yeah, where I grew up, lovely beaches. We would go camping on the beach. We'd be like, our campsites would be like kind of like off in the woods. And then we'd like walk for a bit and there'd be a beach. And we would just like hang out on the beach for the whole day for weeks at a time. It was great. I also love the beach. That's so cool. That's a way of getting him getting off the hook. Do you mean with the refund? Is that what you mean? If so, I agree. Okay. So who is Tony Robbins? Global entrepreneur, investor, New York Times number one best-selling author, philanthropist, and the world's number one life and business strategist. Tony Robbins is an entrepreneur. Okay, we just saw that. Dude, you're repeating your sentences. You just said this. Or maybe not the exact same thing. So here you said you're the world's number one life and business strategist. And here you say you're the nation's number one life and business strategist. Which one is it, sir? Which one? He has empowered more than 50 million people from 100 countries around the world through his audio programs, educational videos, and live seminars. For more than 4.5 decades, millions of people have enjoyed the warmth, humor, and transformational power of Tony's business and personal development events. I wish we could look at one of his videos, but my ass is going to get blocked again if I do, and I don't want that to happen. Tony's bots don't block my ass, but he's not warm. He's not warm. He is not humorous. He is like your typical hyper-masculine macho man. He is not warm or humorous in his delivery. I think that is comical. He has his own charity. Maybe we should look into that charity. I like talking about charities and stuff because I have a bit of a background in that area. So maybe another video could be us looking at his charity website, seeing where his donations go, if they actually properly report on the impact of their donations, which I highly doubt that they do, but maybe that'd be a cool video. Okay, here's some comments. Michigan beaches can be nice. The ones I've been to with singing sand. The sand makes noise when you walk on it. That's cool. What kind of noise? Is it loud or is it just like light music? Tell us more about the noise. That's really cool. Like not taking accountability for a client's failure. Gotcha. That makes sense. He seems anything but warm. Yes, Rhiannon. Yes. Even if the client followed step-by-step what Tony's program says, there's no guarantee that the client is going to be successful. Yes, there's no guarantee. Completely right. And then he'll come back at you and say, like, you weren't successful because you didn't do what you said you were going to do. You didn't fully lean in and commit, and it's on you. It's not on me. Here's a weird thought. Has Tony had work done? He looks different, somehow bigger and more square. I think it might just be like the way he's standing. He's kind of like twisted weirdly, potentially. I don't know. Good question. What works for me might not work for you. Oh my God, brilliant point. You're coming in clutch with these good points. Because yeah, like there's no one size fits all. Like his strategy for his relationship, a part of his program, might not work, is not going to work for every single couple. Everyone's relationship dynamics are different. Everyone's childhood is different, and that will impact how they interact in a relationship. You can't just have one strategy for relationship counseling and expect it to work for everyone. That's why therapists are trained in like theory, and they understand how to implement different theories and like communication methods for different clients and customers, because everyone is completely unique. Great point. It's kind of quiet and almost squeaky, but less bad on the ears. It sounds different how fast you walk and run, depending. Oh, yeah, that's cool. That's cool. I could not even imagine that. That's super interesting. He's always been a big guy. He does look like he works out at the gym for sure. Oh, I want to know more about this singing sand. That's really cool. We're going to read a few of these. Okay, so what is Tony Robbins' inner circle? I feel like we already know this stuff. How often is Tony's live coaching? So we already know that his group of coaches will train you once a month, but you only have access to his live coaching 3 times a year. Are there replays? Replays of each training will be available in the Tony Robbins Arena app. Even better, when you sign up, you'll have instant access to the replays of every single Tony Robbins Inner Circle training back to April 2021. You can cancel anytime and you will not be billed in the next installment. I don't understand. You can cancel anytime and you're not going to be billed, but you will only have a 30-day money-back guarantee. So which one is it? Can we get a refund anytime and not be billed? Or can we cancel anytime and not be billed? Or is it only a 30-day money-back guarantee? I don't understand. Is there a community? There's a community of thousands of achievers just like yourself. You'll connect, network, learn, and grow with them inside the completely private and secure Tony Robbins Arena app. And someone mentioned earlier, maybe they say inner circle so you have more access to the celebrity leading the training. However, they don't get much access to him. They get a live training from him 3 days, 3 times a year. There's probably thousands of people in this app. So chances are like he's not actually going to see any of your messages. And it's kind of like the one size fits all scenario where he's going to assume that everything he's saying is going to be related to, it's going to help every single person who is accessing the training, which it's not. People have different learning styles and people learn and communicate in a different way. For almost $1,000, it should be more than 3 times a year. Yes, it should be once a month. Okay, that Grease Beach in Michigan has singing sand. You can Google it and there's videos. I haven't checked them, so I don't know on quality. Oh my God. Would it be weird if we Googled that now? You will have access. You will access your membership through the Tony Robbins Arena app. After purchase, you'll receive a confirmation email with instructions on how to finish up setting your account. I don't care if it's weird. I'm going to quickly YouTube it and see if there's one of them and we can wrap up the video with that. I don't know if that's weird or not. Sorry, friends. Okay, there's not. Okay, I'm not going to do that because I don't know what there's. Oh, is that a good one? Is that a good one? Because I really want to know. Okay, let's talk more about Tony. Let's talk about Tony first, and then we can watch a few seconds of that video because I am fascinated by that. I've never heard of singing sand before. So yes, that's what Tony Robbins' Inner Circle is. He's claiming to help you in every area of your life, claiming to help you fix your relationships, your finances, your business, help you achieve your lifelong goals. In my opinion, he's offering you so many different kinds of support so you can never leave, because there's no way that you can truly achieve your lifelong goals. You have to, it's a lifelong process. So of course you need to continue accessing his support in order to be successful, right? So I'm going to get this video up. We're going to play it for a few seconds. I'm fascinated by this. I don't think anyone else is, but that's okay. So if you weren't here before Ove said they're singing sand. We're gonna watch a few seconds of this. Singing sand at a beach in Michigan. Oh my god, a couple more seconds. Okay, I don't know if you guys caught that. My internet connection suddenly sucks. Stop sharing. That's cool. That's really cool. Thank you for telling us about that. And I don't know if you guys heard that at all. Okay. Yeah, 50-second one that shows up at the top. The person isn't walking. She's moving sand around with her hands. Okay, so you guys did catch it. Okay, because I played 13 seconds of it, enough to get the idea, but my internet connection was like going in and out the whole time and it wasn't working. But I'm glad you caught that. I'm glad you caught it. I'm glad you caught it. That's really cool. I was at a beach called Whispering Sands near Tobermory in Ontario. It did not whisper, unfortunately. That's funny, Gary. That's funny. Sounds like wind, right? How cool. How cool. Yeah, I feel like if you walk on like a normal beach, like it's not going to make noise. You're just going to walk. You know what I mean? Thank you, Ope. That was cool. And I'm glad you guys caught that. Yeah, that's all I have for today. I'm not going to go live on Tuesday like I usually do. I'm going to go live on Wednesday. I haven't decided what I want to do yet. Probably Amway. I have an Amway video that seems super interesting. So if you're free, you can catch me, I think like same time on Wednesday, I think, approximately. I don't know. But yeah, you can catch me if you would like to live. If not, you can catch me on the replay. Thank you to everyone in the chat and for the fun conversation. I really appreciate it. I hope you guys have a great night. You're welcome, Live Panic. Thank you for being here. I hope you guys have a great night, and I will see you on Wednesday. Where's my mouse? There's my mouse. See you on Wednesday. Bye, guys. Oh, and I see, sorry, I keep trying to say bye, and then I see funny comments. I'm sure they whisper when they take enough LSD. Yes. Okay, this is goodbye now. Bye.